This morning, the district attorney's office announced those charges Perez now faces in a press conference of their own. These include public official influencing the government for financial interest and public official failing to disclose investments and interests. DA Lisa Green said for each of those charges, Perez could see 6 months in jail if she's convicted.
Now, Perez has been under scrutiny this year after allegations of her ties to the marijuana industry. You heard H.A. Solidaire addressing moments ago. Supervisor Mike Maggard had alleged that Perez should have abstained from voting to regulate marijuana in Kern County as a result. Also, Maggard alleges that her husband, Fernando Jara, had ties to that industry and that Perez had denied that initially. 23 ABC found that since Perez joined the board in 2013, she has voted on marijuana items 70 times.
Now, 23 ABC's Scott Sheehan is following this story. He has more on the formal complaint that was filed. He joins us live. Scott?
Mike, Danielle, this was almost 3 weeks in the making. District Attorney Lisa Green said that she told Supervisor Leticia Perez that she intended to file these charges back on June 28th. And that, as you said, that if she is found guilty, that her sentence could be 6 months per charge, and with consecutive sentences, that could mean up to a year in jail. And the judge, if he decides, can add on an extra. She can't run for public office for the next 4 years. Now, I emphasize run because District Attorney Green said Supervisor Perez does not need to step down from her post, even if she's found guilty, so Perez can serve her sentence while still on the Board of Supervisors. In the first charge against Supervisor Perez, the district attorney said on or around October 24th, 2017, Supervisor Perez used her position to influence a government decision where she had a financial interest. And on the second count, the DA said on April 3rd, she failed to file what her investments were. And the DA said had the supervisor recused herself from the vote at least in October, she might not be facing that first charge. The DA was asked if Supervisor Perez was singled out because of her race or gender, because she's the only supervisor facing charges and the only female or Hispanic on the board. District Attorney Green dismissed that question, saying she only used facts to file these charges, and added Supervisor Mike Maggard was also investigated but was found innocent of conflict of interest. Now, Supervisor Mike Maggard did issue the following statement stating, "I'm grateful for the thorough investigation by the District Attorney's Office and the thoughtful conclusion from the DA exonerating me of these false accusations. We now need the justice system to follow the process to conclusion. And in order to remove corruption, self-serving influence, and suspicion from our local government, the people of our community deserve nothing less." Now, the District Attorney did say that this investigation did stem from public comment period during the Board of Supervisors meetings, and it was that public outcry during those meetings that started their investigation. And Supervisor Perez is due in court tomorrow, and District Attorney Green said only her lawyer needs to show up for that arraignment. In downtown Bakersfield, Scott Sheehan, 23 ABC News.